7 train to Flushing Main Street. Approaching the station, please stand away from the platform edge.
So I wasn't so much reminded of these as redirected, because I remember these from a long time ago. I used to use these, at least I think I did, for the radio calls. But every time I would come over here or be in this area, I could just never remember exactly where the hell they were. I always thought they were on 34th Avenue, but they're not. This is 31st Avenue and 76th Street.
That's a great picture.
Yeah. Yeah, she just said that's a great picture. And what I think is cool, actually, is the way the shape of the phones on, as they're punched out in holes on the side of the clamshell. The sunlight comes through and you see the pattern on the sidewalk. Now these are unusual because these are probably the only ones left behind by Van Wagner. And you can just barely read that. But Van Wagner was a display advertising company that I don't know how they got suckered into the payphone business. But right around 2010, when Verizon got out of the business, they basically gave away most of their assets to the likes of Van Wagner, of course PTS, got all the subway phones, and then there was Titan, and I think Vector was among them. And all those other guys, except for PTS, all the others inherited the enclosures with the display advertising panels on them. And for whatever reason, Van Wagner, even though it was a dedicated display advertising company, I don't think they got any phones with display advertising on them. So I thought they got a raw deal. But in 2010, 2012, whenever, there might still have been some signs of life left in the coin revenue. I don't know. Or maybe there was some other way that the deal was sweetened for them. But they were a good company. They eventually got picked up by CBS Outdoor Media. And then CBS Outdoor Media, in turn, I think it got acquired by Outfront Media. And I may be missing some other acquisition in there, but I think that's basically what swallowed Van Wagner. But Van Wagner was pretty good about cleaning up after itself. So that's what makes these doubly unusual. There's a somewhat famous picture that went viral, I think 9 or 10 years ago, showing a whole bunch of abandoned clamshell payphone enclosures under a interstate or under a highway. And it got passed around as if it was this masterpiece photographer. And it wasn't a bad photo or anything, but all it was Van Wagner's storage facility. It wasn't like this place where somebody just dumped a bunch of phones to die. That's where Van Wagner was keeping them before they did send them off to scrap. And something I try to remember to do, but I often don't. I want to see if this thing rejects my quarter as it should. Won't even take it. Okay, that's good enough. These things, if they still have the coin slot, are supposed to return your... Very good. More proof that Van Wagner was a stand-up company. So again, this is thanks to my friend Chris for pointing this out to me. I guess I can call him my friend even though we've never met. Like I said, I knew these were over here. I could just never remember where. And I got photos of these years ago. And what's also interesting about this location is it is the site of a former John Porter special, a satellite-powered rig that he stuck over in this mall. And I'm going to go see if there's even any trace of it now. I don't think there is. But similar to the Doomsday phone over at that other strip mall on 21st Street, he set up a solar-powered phone over here in this mall. And let's see if we can find any trace of it today. God, don't you hate it when this happens? That dude is sitting right on the spot where the old Doomsday type phone used to be. And I don't have the personality type to go over there and ask him to get out of my way because he has every right to be there as much as I do. But that's where it used to be. Maybe on another day I'll come back. He's been sitting there for like a half hour too. So I'm gonna move on, but maybe another day. And if I think of it, I'll see if I can dig up my old photos of that phone.